All right. It says I'm live. Don't know how much truth there is to that. Welcome back, Wayfarer, Wanderer, Wildcat alike, wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. Once again, like Finnegan, Frank Monday coming at you. I want to do some one card tarot readings for you guys, but the fucking phone, it doesn't work, man. The old camera, it won't transmit, it won't connect. Everything works perfectly until I use the YouTube app to try to run a live stream. And then the camera just turns off. Does it every time. Don't know why, don't know where, don't know when, but it does what it does. And so here we are, man. We're on a drive to 1,000 subs. Can you hear me okay? We're gonna do some one card tarot readings in the sign of Leo. And so if you're out there in Happy Land, and you can hear me okay, give me a little bit of feedback, man. Let me know what's going on. How you doing out there? Just Frank Monday sitting in his kitchen, chilling like a villain. We got the old cards out. Let's shuffle them up. Let's start off with a single card. This is supposed to be called one card tarot, but I don't even know, man. What is it? Can you hear me? I don't know, man. End stream and edit. We can edit it, we can customize. There's like literally no way for me to check where this stream is picking up my audio. You don't have access to this feature. Manage. Okay, that doesn't work either. Pop out dashboard. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me? Daisy Sophia May, I appreciate what you say on Jack's panel. Thank you for that. It's very kind of you. Um, I'm trying to check whether or not I'm even connected. Yeah, you can hear me? Okay, very good. I hope so. Do you have a specific question, or are you just looking for? I see some things already. I mean, what are we going to do, right? We got to read it. We got to find what card. A lot of fire already, loud and clear, and the screen is good. Excellent. So that's what I cut to a second ago. I'm adjusting spirit for guidance is all. Okay. So I saw a couple of fiery elements, one watery element, and got to wash them nice and thoroughly. See how you're doing, what you're doing. Let's watch that. Let's watch that bottom wash a little bit. Oh, what's going on there? You're a Sagittar? Okay, very good. Okay, so um, uh, asking spirit for guidance. Heaven and earth, divine spirits, and ancient masters, your daughter has a question. Please respond to us through the system of the tarot. We will accept this answer whether it shows us good fortune or misfortune. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Wow, okay, so I cut to a page of swords. So in the realm of ideation, you've got a new idea coming forward, right? You've been thinking about something and sending out your feelers, looking forward to penetrating in to the abyss of reality and figuring out what's going on. Mental agitation, something is agitating your mental sphere. Um, I always see the Page of Swords as a beautiful card, a card of a young son or daughter who is invigorated by the fantasy of the mind, as it were, looking out. So, a lot of, as you can see here, a lot of potential lies beneath. We have wind swept environment, clouds, birds above the page's head. It's an all pages are energetic cards, and as a result, it means these energies are playing out through either you or someone in your immediate environment. So the beginning of a new idea, and let's kind of see where it's going to go. Maybe you've got a new idea that you've planted recently, and you'd like to cultivate it and see it come to fruition. Obviously, that's what we do with everything that we endeavor to do. So if we can get back to it, let me find it again. It's not ultimately the start of the suit of air, but the aspirant looks away from the sword. So the idea is already partially grasped. Well, it's fully grasped, but it's partially what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't matter. It's forming. It's in the process of formation. And so the single sword, the Ace of Swords, is the same sword grasped in the very incipient stages. And it's got a lot of more richness and meaning here. But we can see that same sword grasped by the aspirant after the completion of the entire cycle of air. Air is our spring, yeah. So after the spring has commenced, then they're looking forward to summer. The cool, crisp air is transitioning into more hot, fluid, liquid air. As a result, they're looking forward with many ideas of ideation swirling above here in the form of birds. That one big formation of airy energy directly in front of the page. Yeah, so if it applies directly to yourself, then you've brought forward this new idea and it's directly in front of you, and you want to project it out and make sure that it gets firmly rooted in the magical environment so that you can bring about some fruition. So whatever good idea this is that you're bringing forward, right? You got your sword out. Yeah, no worries. Um, and it's held aloft as you begin to slice and apply it. So I don't know, what do you want from there? That tries to encapsulate the idea of what you have going on, but to grope further into that darkness means, um, do you want, and it depends on your familiarity with the tarot as well. A time frame. No, spring. Spring is when the the root of the foundation of the origin of this thing should be something that started in the spring and has been sliced into the present. Now we're in autumn. So um, you have to ask more direct questions in order to get more answers, right? If I mean, do you want advice? If advice were to be given in reference to this card, then it would be to how much longer to wait. To wait for what? You have to be clear and specific. If you want a direct time card, let me fathom one here for you. This querent would like a more dedicated time reference. Oh yeah, who's to say, right? Let me pull a little time card for you. Abeyance, undetermined at this point. So if the thing that you're pushing forward, the idea, the slicing forth, the incipient manifestation of what you want to bring about hasn't already happened, then you're still waiting. What is the Hanged Man? Is it it's the 12th card? Um just before Mem. So Mem is the 13th. Is that right? 12th. So is that Libra, Virgo? Is that Virgo? Wow, could manifest. If that's Virgo, is that Virgo? Am I wrong in that? Libra, Virgo. Seems like it's correct. 13 Scorpio. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Virgo's next month. So it could be as soon as um yeah, the end of this month, right? We're moving from Leo into fire to earth into Virgo and then Libra. Is that correct? Doesn't seem right. 8, 9, no. No, the Hermit is Virgo. My bad. September. Oh my God, that would be awesome. Is that September? No, it's not. I'm incorrect in that. Let me see. Leo, Virgo. Leo is just, yeah, I'm a little confused. Anyway, yeah, the the 12th card is not, I would have to check for reference real quick. Virgo is in September. Yeah, I know, but I don't think the Hangman is Virgo. I think I'm wrong in that. I wanted to think it was Scorpio, so somehow my alignment is a little bit off. Um, Hangman, let me look it up real quick. Hangman. Not to worry, if you're here with me, I could make sure that I'm dialed in. I sometimes forget these things, especially when it's 3 o'clock in the morning on a Monday and I'm on vacation. It says, accept the consequences of your decisions. Over it with, get it over with, and free yourself up for new pursuits. So this might be a futile endeavor. Yeah, that seems to be what it's telling me. Earth. Yeah, it should be Virgo. Should be the Hermit, if I'm correct in that. Yeah, I might be wrong. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, the Hermit. So what's up next after the Hermit? The Hermit, card 10 is um Fortuna, which doesn't seem accurate. It'd be later in the year. Later in the year, the 12th card. A little bit later, yeah. Not to worry. Got another question? Let's get a single card. See how old Frank Monday does. Daisy Sophia May, and you said that we had met where? Oh, on Jack's panel. Good magic. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I like Jack. Let's see what's going on with Jack. How about that? Yeah, Mr. Talcott. Is that lit? Looks only half lit. Means somebody loves me, right? We'll cut him up a bit. Okay. Yeah, Jack's a good man. I like him a lot. We'll draw a card for Jack. What is Jack's current situation and what will happen with him and Landry? Let's see what's going on with Jack and Landry, all right? Ooh, a little love affair. Good magic right there. Those two are love bombing each other, right? We've got the Empress here, who is the three, so the triangulation. So Jack's situation will work out better with three people involved, and they were talking about that recently. Um, Jack had said that he would like to bring, I believe, the white gorilla on board to kind of balance out the show a bit. Um, it's so card zero, the fool, is awareness, attention, intuition, and imagination. So with the Empress, we see that fecundity and bringing forth of the child, the bringing forth of the child. So what would that mean here in this situation? Venus, Netzach, the natural realm. Oh, the traveling, the moving about through nature and the environment. That makes sense. Okay, so they're bringing on the Empress. Cynthia, what's up, Cynthia? You right? So yeah, that would absolutely make sense with the highlight in Venus there. Good magic. Yeah, no harm, no foul. Old, what's his name? I call him Buttered Sausage. Buttered Sausage, he's doing his thing. No big deal. More power to him, right? I'm not gonna polish his shoes by giving him any of my attention. Obviously, he didn't like me. He doesn't like feeling and intuition. Not a big deal. Ansula Patal, good to see you. Would you like a card? Let's get a card for Ansula Patal. Ansula Patal, welcome to the transmission. Frank Monday hanging out in his kitchen. PA, welcome. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing all right. Get a little shuffle for Patal here. Do a cut. Ooh, that card wanted to jump out. Why do you feel sad, my friend? Have you lost so much? Yeah, Patal's not in a good place right now. Grieving your losses. The waters wash away your sadness. The cups have spilled. You've lost much. Darkness surrounds you. Yeah, I'm sorry to see that as well. I mean, hold hope, because as you look down, there's a bridge away from sadness always, and there's something in reserve, right? Though though you have experienced loss, you still have energy in reserve. I see a card of forlorn longing. The cards fall like they may. It is what it is. I can't control the response of the tarot. PA's in the house. Welcome, PA. Why people have problem with me, even when my own business. I don't know, man. That's beyond me. Do you have a question for the tarot? I'm doing one card tarot readings, man, for anybody and everybody that wants them. Welcome, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. Yeah, I felt some sadness with the tall. I've been there. We've all been there. I mean, good God, how many times have you been through the tarot deck? Wow, cut right back to it too. Can you fucking believe that? I tried to move away and shuffle it back into the deck, and it cut right back to that sadness. That's a powerful thing, really is. When you like strictly try to deviate away from a card and shuffle it back into the deck, and it comes back up like 3 or 4 times. That shit happens, man. Like I've received the blasted tower before, and then put it back in the deck and shuffle, 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 then bam, it comes right back out. And then I'll do it again, like a third or a fourth time, and it just keeps coming back out. So when darkness is upon you, there's no real way to get around it. It just keeps coming right back up. Do you have another question, Daisy? As long as you're here, man, and it's just me and you can ask your own questions. If PA wants one card, okay, let's get a card for PA. If I knew a little more about you, it might help. I don't know. PA is just such an isolated moniker, so very little information there. That doesn't matter. I'm reaching out to PA. Heaven and earth, divine spirits, and ancient masters, tell us, what is the situation with PA right now? Priya. Okay, Priya, welcome, welcome. Let's do the cut. I'll pull something straight out of the middle, and I'll take the top. Okay, wow. We got the Eight of Wands. So again, this is a Leo card, right? I believe this is the second cycle of Leo, second deacon in Leo, if I'm not mistaken. And it's energy petering out. So it's the end, it's approaching the end, obviously, of an energetic cycle, but it's very stabilized. So it's the situation of the question is one where it's reached an almost apex of fiery energy that's starting to level off and come back down. So you see whatever thing that you had endeavored is in its greatest fruition. And in the next, we have to think about the previous cards and the next cards coming up in the cycle. So going forward, we have the gathering of this energy, right, and the pulling in of it for the harvest. But at this point, it's it's at a it's at a crux where a decisive action needs to be taken in order to sustain that energy, right? So you see it's launched up and it's firing out over and it's coming back down, and you got to kind of put some wind in its sails. You have to add a little extra vigor at this point to whatever it is you're up to. Yeah, Priya is a beautiful name. It is a beautiful name. You're right, Daisy. And Daisy's a beautiful name too. Daisy Sophia May. What a what a thing. What a treat. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining in. Single card tarot readings, guys. Not sure if the message came through on YouTube. Yeah, that's right. Your ships are coming in, but they still need a little bit of diligence and attention, right? The ships are coming in. Fire up the lighthouse. Make sure they get safely to harbor. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with coming up with a A cute little name for yourself. That's dynamic. I like that a lot. Make sure you guys sub the channel, guys. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs. It's been a really tough battle, um, trying to get there. You guys know how YouTube is. You know how it can be extremely challenging to make any headway. Yeah, you're very welcome. Heron Song, very exciting. Yeah, anybody ask a question, man. I'll give you a single card reading, whatever you like. I keep cutting to the the two of pentacles for myself, and it just shows me juggling the cards, right? Shuffling, contemplating ideas, one up, one down, those turbulent oceans behind me. Really a fun thing. You know, it is what it is, right? Sometimes motherfuckers get in here and they're like, hey, Frank Monday, why don't you go see a dentist? And I'm like, fuck, you're going to pay for it, right? Dentists aren't cheap. And I'm going to one tomorrow, actually. Wow, that tried to pop up out. Oh, yeah. That card wanted to come back. It wanted to reiterate its message. Um, do you guys know Patricia Arquette? Me and Patricia Arquette have, in fact, the exact same smile. Kind of a fun thing. You can't be in a hurry, man. The tarot will tell you exactly what it is. It's no bones about it. It just gives you the straight truth with no obfuscation. It'll call it out straight every time. I hit the share to copy for you. Thank you for that, Daisy. I appreciate that. Where are you guys hailing in from tonight? Where in the world do you find yourself? I'm here in Twilight Zone Old Peking, right? The central kingdom of the celestial dragon, far behind the bamboo firewall. I'm just using the YouTube software here to try to transmit. It wasn't working on my phone a minute ago. I tried like 4 or 5 times. It was very frustrating. I wanted to get the video into the vertical TikTok style because that's much more popular than this horizontal style. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. here right now, man. I slept throughout the entire day and then I got up late, had myself a couple of beers, and so I'm just chilling. I like the horizontal view myself. Yeah, absolutely. This is the muted Arthur Edward Wyatt and Pamela Coleman Smith deck produced by uh, the Writer Company. It's the oldest deck, the oldest tarot deck in the Western tradition that includes all of the astrological and occult imagery that we've those of us who started in the 1970s have grown to love. I think it was 1910 when this deck was produced. So over 115 years ago is when it was put together. We've got Heron Song. There's probably a few ahead of me, but if you have insight on whether or not my old high school best friend will attempt to make things right again, I'd ask from that, from Ontario, Canada. I appreciate that, Heron Song. Let me see. Will Heron Song's old high school best friend attempt to make things right again? That's quite a bit. Will they attempt to contact you? Will they endeavor to renew the friendship? And thanks, Frank, in advance. Wow, this one, these two cards. just popped out of the deck. Okay, let me see here. So I do not definitely see them specifically reaching out. In fact, if this is something that is dear to your heart, I see that you might need to reach out again. Six of Pence and Ace of Hearts. So this definitely seems to be something that is dear to your heart and it's important to you. Obviously, you asked it. Um, but you could see that the primary figure in this is the individual is giving alms and weighing things. So, number one, the scales show that it's something held in abeyance, which means it's indeterminate at this time. But I see this as you need to make the advancement. You need to make some form of sacrifice or a gift of the heart. So maybe you need to be the one that reaches out to them. If it's if they need to make things right by paying money back, I definitely see that. They will, in fact. But if it's like reconciliation, I would think that in that specific situation, you might need to make the first step. Most people are stubborn. Yeah, sometimes you have to do. See, and I don't see. Is it just picking it up from my laptop or is it picking up my earphone? I don't know, man. If you could, can you hear me okay? Is my voice coming through? Because I always feel like I need to strange my voice. Okay, can I trust her though? She threatened to blab a bunch of confidential stuff. Let's find out. Can this individual be trusted, in fact? Let me see if anything pops. Do a couple of shuffles here. Nothing's moving me. Let me see here. Can this individual be trusted, in fact? Okay, perfect three shuffles. We'll go for a cut and a draw. Oh, we're back to this card again, man. Wow, fascinating. Or if it's fucking with my deck. Um, yeah, the fiery nature of the wands cannot be trusted to confide secrets. Water, earth, but air and fire, uprising, they will definitely blab everything. So this will be a clear indication of no to me that she's going to blab a bunch of confidential stuff. Um, Probably not only has she already blabbed it, she's going to continue to blab ad nauseum. Fiery nature, they can't keep a secret very well. I would say no. That would be what that's telling me there. Yeah, you might need to do a binding ritual. I would say banishing first, like banish the energy, and then maybe some form of cutting away. If it's something that's truly important to you, and it does seem to be, if it, if I'm correct in thinking that, then my guess would be just keep everything under your hat for now, and just don't reveal anything that you don't want spread around the campfire, because that truly seems to be what would happen. there are people that are going to think that I'm awful, that I connect to God in this way sometimes. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, the fuck, it is what it is. The tarot, as you know, as you may know, we have the 22 major arcana, which are the pathways of the fool's journey, which is an expression of inward seeking. The fortune telling aspect is very minor and profane in my practice. I seldom read for other people. I almost exclusively use the tarot as a system of self cultivation and self inquiry. For example, cut the deck and pray. Heaven and earth, divine spirits and ancient masters, please respond to me through the system of the tarot. I will accept this response whether it shows me good fortune or misfortune. At this time in my life, what should be my primary focus and what upcoming events will influence me most directly? I cut away and then pull a card. Walking away from things. So for me, I've got the Eight of Cups, which I believe is Pisces. Um, in let's see, this might be Scorpio and Pisces, but it's a Piscean card. I definitely recall. Uh, a lot of established hard work needs to be walked away from at this point. There's deception in my environment. There's a giving up and seeking a higher path. So something that I've been endeavoring in and engaged in for a long time now needs to be abandoned and walked away from. I can think about what that is too, because there's been something pressing on my heart recently. Wow, and I cut straight to the Eight of Pentacles as well. It's because I follow Jesus Christ. They think that I shouldn't use tarot, and I don't think that it's wrong. You're very tired too. I see that there is a love interest that has betrayed you, Frank. Yeah, that shit'll happen, right? Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just keep rolling with the punches. Voy's here. Good to see you, Voy. Yeah, don't don't live your life in reference to how you think other people view you. Right. Sorry about the nipples, guys. It wasn't my intention to show off the old nipply nips. And Heron sounds right, because a lot of how we live our lives is based on how others perceive us, and that's not a good thing. And you're right. I was afraid to ask the question, um, Daisy, but I will now. See, it's interesting because I've been suspicious of that, and I just cut to the High Priestess, which does show some deception, but at the same time, it doesn't show it as being of a sexual nature, which is interesting to me. It's definitely interesting to me. See if that's any better. Yeah, it's a little better, I think. A little more blue. Hey, Machine Lies, blessings. How are you doing, man? I should check to see whether or not you're going live soon. Um, I just wanted to socialize here on YouTube a little bit. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs, as you guys know, and I was hoping that I might get a couple of extra subs. I was hoping to go live in the vertical dimension, but here I am manifesting in the horizontal dimension. Not exactly what I was looking for. Good. All of you have crossed paths recently. Excellent. I can appreciate that. I'm gonna pull a card for Voy right now. Voy, whether you want it or not, I'm gonna cut there. And Voy is engaged in the work. The card of the craftsman. You've been up to something, my friend. The Three of Pentacles is the card of crafty endeavors and artistic expression. Have you been making a little art in the background, my friend? You've been up to something. You're compiling your your work efforts into something that is worthy of review. You see here, they're coming to check on what's been going on with you, and you've been up to something crafty, my friend. It's good magic. I can appreciate it. Always doing artsy stuff, huh? Yeah, you've been in it, man. You've been up to your elbows in whatever it is you do, sculpting, painting. Something's been up with Boy. Something's up with Boy. Something's up with Boy. Has he got a toy? Is it just a ploy? Why you be so coy? Something's up with Boy. I can't even keep up with the chat anymore, man. This thing's fucking moving faster than I even know how to deal with. Um, Good to see you guys, man. I appreciate you chiming in. Yeah, Daisy Sophia. Fuck. I spend more time on TML than I do on my own channel, man. I seldom live stream, but I've been trying to get in a couple of live streams the last couple of days because it's been the full moon. I think the full moon was in Aquarius with the sun being in Leo, and so we've got fiery energy. My voice has been wearing out though. I did a 2 hour live stream earlier. Tried to read some shit on magic. Went all right. It is what it is. I drank a couple of beers this evening. I thought I could do some one card tarot readings. Yeah, I haven't been able to sleep either. Here it is, 4 a.m. I slept all day today, and here I am at 4 a.m. still cracking at it. Let's pull a card for TML. How about that? TML might not like tarot. He might not be into the sorcery of divination. That old. Ooh, look at that. Wow. That's weird. See, guys, typically I keep my cards upright and shuffled in a single direction. I don't read reverse cards. And so, wow, yeah, gnarly, 10, 10, 10. And so I keep my cards in a certain orientation, and only seldom do I allow one to invert and take on a a reversed meaning or lessened retrograde as it were, right? All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Heaven and earth, divine spirits and ancient masters. What's up with TML? Oh, we cut to the page. Another page. Watery ideas, right? We see the fish popping up, a new opportunity springing forth um, from the unseen sphere. So currently, fresh, new inspirations and ideas, premonitions are going to be coming to you, and you're going to be poised to seize upon them. It's a really good. Another Piscean card. Young Pisces, filled with visions and dreams, ready to act on it too. You can see he's got the 1 foot. I can't get this to focus correctly. He's got the one foot setting his foundation and the other foot ready to move forward. It's all about advancement here. It's good magic, man. Good, benevolent, wholesome energy of the heart rising up, that watery sphere, all right? Sorry about the nipples, guys. I'm not trying to give anybody a boob show here. It's not my fault. It just is what it is. Yeah, and if you guys are tarot readers like Daisy, I can see right at the offset that you know a lot about the tarot reader. And if you're a better tarot reader than me, the cards don't lie. I might be mistaken in my interpretations, but the cards themselves never lie. So, um, without any hesitation, add what you can to the ideas. We got Voy. You burned your cards? Holy fuck. You know, my sister, at the time of my mother's death, took over my house that my mom was living in. And she took all of my occult books and tarot cards and shit and burned them in the yard because she felt that they were evil. And that was like the most heart wrenching thing ever. I have a house back in the US in Tennessee that I have many of my books and other accoutrements stored in. And such a shallow thing. Uh, the tarot cards are a neutral tool. Only, only, only the practitioner. Evil comes. Evil is not within the spirit realm. That's a false dichotomy. That is a human ideation. So fear not the occult, my friend. Fear only your own shadow. Wow, cut right back to it too. Good magic. See if there's any more questions. Guys, if you have a question for the tarot, we're doing single card readings. Put it all in caps, so I can see it, because it's actually pretty challenging for me to read the chat box, and I like the fact that you guys are communicating with each other, but I really got to lean in and strain my beautiful green eyes to be able to see it. Balanced touches here. Good to see you, boy. Good looking out. I appreciate you, man. Much love. Huron Song, Daisy Sophia, TML. Greetings, everyone. I hope you guys are doing all right out in Happy Land tonight. I'm growing out the mustache. What do you guys think about that? I feel like the old, what was the name of that movie? Tombstone, where they all wore mustaches. Doc Holliday. I feel like the Doc Holliday mustache, it suits me. But I don't know, man. Tell me what you think. I appreciate that, boy. Thank you, sir. Moors of Spain. Okay, so we have a new person in the chat. Balanced Touch. Greetings from Montgomery, Alabama. Let's see what's going on with you, Balanced Touch. Balanced Touch in Montgomery, Alabama. I know that place. A card of advice, a card of recognition, a card of endeavor. Ooh, some treachery afoot. Fives show discord typically, and you could see that the clouds are stormy, stormy clouds and some sort of treachery. Now, there are three figures in the card. Are you the one that has done this underhanded thing? Are you the winner of a battle? Are you the ones walking off, having lost? So we see the furthest figure is suffering a defeat. The figure in the middle is kind of indifferent. And the figure at the foremost is the winner of this battle, but it indicates a slight of some kind. Now, where does it move forward from here, right? That's the big question you always have to ask. Where did it come from and where's it going? I have a sense that I've been down to Alabama before. There was some sort of gain on your part, right? And you're feeling a little bit proud of that. However, you need to be wary of hubris. This is when hubris can certainly set in, and you can see the progression from this gain through possibly underhanded means manifesting out into a loss, right? So be wary of that. And let's see what we've got. Any feedback? Your ex left you and took your two daughters. Good God in heaven, man. That's quite a thing. That's a treachery. So, wow. Yeah. 2040 have a chronological schedule, Sky Cataclysm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a prophet. I mean, I have had prophecies, but I wouldn't say that I routinely have prophecies. I don't think so. Nothing's ever going to change. It's exactly the way it started, and it's exactly the way it's going to play out. Right? You went on vacation and never came back. So be it. Right? I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, me too. Me too. Blessings, blessings. What shall go forward after this? Oh, victory for you then. Yeah. My intention in drawing this card was what's the upshot of that? You're a winner here, my friend. You have great victory. So we moved from a 5 to a 6. Things are going to stabilize for you. And it can't be anything but a win, right? Whenever somebody walks away, I know it's hard, but you've received laurels from the unseen sphere coming into your life. Many blessings coming to you, my friend, very soon. What caused it? Heron says, what do the cards say? I don't know. Let's read them. Okay, so Heron has a question. Cataclysm in 2040, worldwide cataclysm in 2040. We'll shuffle and shuffle again. See if anything pops on the third and final shuffle. Ooh, we felt some resistance there. Nothing popped though, so we'll have to cut. We'll cut once and then draw. Wow, right back to the fucking the Eight of Wands. This card has come up 3 times tonight and twice on the cut. That's a big influential card for some reason. No, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happen. I do not see this as a positive indicator of a great cataclysm in 2040. Not in my mind. I might be wrong. Who am I to say, right? I might be wrong, in fact. You never know. I mean, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Yeah, wands. Yeah, I mean, we're in Leo. What are you going to do? It's a fire sign. There's going to be an inordinate amount of wands coming forward. Yeah, the wands can be weapons. They're magical implements as well, right? Let's see who else is here in the chat tonight. Balanced touch. Abracadabra. Family told her 17 years she lived life better. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't. Turkish chat. Dera delirium. Yeah, they can be. They can be weapon. They can be weaponized. See here. What do the cards say? Yeah, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I don't think dates are overly specific, and there's always multiple options for future manifestations. So I wouldn't too diehard say something that like that is going to occur necessarily, right? We can avert disaster. There's always an option to somehow avert disaster. Yes, Daisy. Can we ask a question? I would appreciate if you could write the answer. Denizen Denix. Yeah, do you have a question, Denizen? These are just one card readings, guys. So I'll shuffle, you can ask your question. I'll shuffle and I'll cut and I'll give you whatever the tarot tells me, and then you can interpret it any way you like. I'll give you my interpretation and elucidation. You might not like it, and you can give it your own. You can look it up online. Wow, some of the same cards are constantly cutting. It's very persistent, the tarot tonight. Very persistent. Dark cards too. I've been avoiding them. I've been seeing many dark cards looming. You know, about a third of the tarot deck is pretty negative cards, like dark cards, cards that indicate doom. And then about a third of it is positive, and then about a third of it is neutral. You know, so you have this existential theory of thirds, right? A theory of thirds, where you know part of the time you're going to get bad news, part of the time you'll get good news, and then part of the time you'll get no answer, like neutral news. Why did Kamal unblock Yasmin on WhatsApp? What was his purpose? Let's find out. Let's find out what his purpose was. Go ahead and cut and then draw. His purpose was to reconcile and balance extremes. So it was done as a form of retribution, right? An arbitrary, a a reckoning, right? An attempt to balance things and set things right. So, in some way, why did Kamal unblock Yasmin on WhatsApp? What was his purpose? To try to balance things, to receive maybe more input, more data, and then try to uh, reconcile and wipe the slate clean, as it were. Additionally, this is not something that Kamal did via their own volition. It was a greater than influence that brought it about, a power, right? One of the 22 powers, one of the 22 greater keys. Yeah. 5, 10 minutes. Yeah, right. I like what you said there, Heron Song. Heron Song. If you're asking about Jerk, the dark cards can be good. Yeah, fuck them, right? Good magic. She won't come back, but you can insist that she not keep your children from you. Yeah, that's true. An ancient eye at that. Balanced touch. Touch, don't go to the court cards for that. Do your own contract with regarding your children. The courts will screw you. Um, Balanced touch. Okay. Balanced touch. Can balanced touch get a good resolution from the courts? Let's find out. Single shuffle, single cut. Can he receive a good resolution? Ooh. Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe not. You see the wife leaving with the children, and possibly, right? At this time, I would say move on to more placid waters and wait. This one's not time isolate in and of itself, but we do see air. So we've got Virgo, Gemini, and Aquarius. The sixth, so it's in the second decan. It's in Virgo, is that right? No, the Virgo's Earth, my bad. Libra. It's the first, wait, one, two, three, four, five, six. It's the last decan in Libra. So you will receive some confirmative news in the third part of Libra, which is August, September, October, mid October, if I'm correct. Some of you who are more advanced at tarot than me might know more specifically. Yeah, but we see that. We see that. And it'll be just no matter what it is. There seems to be justice playing out in these readings. So there's a spirit of balancing. Maybe you need time to grow on your own and move forward without that additional burden. And I know it can be hard, but it is what it is. The tarot does not lie. um Let me see. Denizen retracted a message. Can you guys still hear me okay? I'm not sure. Make sure you sub, guys. Hit the likes. Do all that happy horse shit that makes YouTube's algobots bark like Pavlov's dog. Once again, like Finnegan. So if you have a yen to expand your kin, then let's get zen. Late October, yeah. Am I right in that? Justice will be served. That's correct. That's correct. No, I can't write it. I'm sorry. I can barely maintain the transmission as it is. Regarding the present, yes, Daisy, absolutely. Daisy's present. Good advice for Daisy's present. We'll cut a little Yod, Hey, Vol, Hey. So, Daisy, I would like you to choose an element, Kabbalistic element, fire, water, air, or earth. Where would you like to receive your response from? I've cut the deck into four quadrants. Earth, very first one, yeah, back here. Ooh, a Knight of Cups coming your way. Maybe that's me, huh? A suitor, a lover. Well, someone who loves you and has a lot of love to bring forward, right? You're going to have a um, conciliatore, a consolere, a confidant, someone that's, look at him stepping lively. Look at that horse stepping lively with a full cup of benevolent, divine energy, bringing forward, the true love, right? I mean, it's it's not unheard of that someone who cares deeply for you is about to make a move in your current situation, like real soon. You asked for a present card, and yeah, this person is true of heart, um and genuine and sincere. That's what this is a card of sincerity, sincerity of the heart. Yeah, the meat of the spirit, right? And always a wonderful thing. I mean, never ever is it a bad thing when a paramour shows some form of love, whether it be leaving a card, sending a message, a hug, a glance, whatever it is, man. This is always and it's, you asked for Earth, so within the Earth sphere. Oh, then it may even be a benevolent benefactor that'll bring forth some of the foundational energy that you need, right? A windfall, a if you need a little extra something something, now's the time to ask for it. No time like the present, right? Carpe diem. And remember, the cards never lie. I might misinterpret them. I'm I'm prone to error. Memory is fallible, and it is what it is. Yeah, you're very welcome. Blessings. Anyone else out there in Happy Land? Any newbies? We've got if I will pass my upcoming test. Oh, we've got Shavagani Vyas wants to know about an upcoming test. Man, that's a big deal. Let's see. Let's get a yes no answer. Cut and draw. Oh wow, yeah, absolutely. It's a very positive, proactive card. Shivangi Vyas. You're gonna pass it with flying colors, man. Brilliance, absolutely. That's a super positive yes card. Thank you for that, boy. You're very kind. You're too kind. Yeah, absolutely. No worries, man. Good looking out. You got a lot of energy. In fact, I cut to the wand of to the page of wands, and then I drew the ace of wands. So very good, dynamic, active, fiery, luminous energy. When you get into that test, man, the answers are just going to appear before you, like out of out of the blue, out of the miraculous unseen sphere. It'll just be flaming up like golden letters of um, archaic wisdom just emblazoned on your mind. You've done the work, obviously, right? You've put in the effort and enthusiasm. So yeah, you're guaranteed success. Oh yeah, I'm just having fun. Daisy, thank you for that. You guys can check me out on buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. And if you find any value in what I do, you pull something in the tip jar. I appreciate it. It's good magic either way. I haven't done this before. I wanted to try it on the vertical because the vertical live stream on YouTube gets a lot more interaction, and I thought it would be fun to do one card tarot readings. It's something I enjoy. I've been studying the tarot since I was a kid, so it's going on like 40 plus years of reading tarot diligently for myself, nearly daily. That doesn't mean I'm any fucking good at it, right? Um, but I do enjoy it. I've tried to learn it a little more deeply. It's a good thing. The tarot never lies. Don't ask a fucking question that you don't want an answer to because it never lies. Single cuts, triple cuts, Celtic cross, life readings, whatever it is. Like it has an uncanny ability to see truth directly. I think it's that intuitive feeling aspect of the mind. And then once you apply logic to it, it's indisputable. It's absolutely indisputable. And it's nothing I've done. I just shuffle the cards and draw them, right? You don't like the vertical? Yeah, but the vertical gets hundreds of views. Like they'll circulate it TikTok style. And I'm trying to drive to 1,000 subs. Fuck, I've been working 10 years trying to get 1,000 subs. It seems like I pick up less subs than anybody else out here on YouTube. Yeah, so if you appreciate it and like to see more of this in the future, then sub the channel, hit the button, do the thing, right? Yeah, I like the oracle cards, I like the spirit cards, but my old my old favorite is just always the Arthur Edward Wyatt, Pamela Coleman Smith Rider deck. It's been my favorite. It's the first deck I got when I was a kid, and I've been studying it my entire life. So, like I said, we're looking at 40 plus years of reading this same deck, and I really do appreciate it. Pamela Coleman Smith was an artist who was employed by one of the founders of the Golden Dawn, Arthur Edward Wyatt, and he was the first to bring forth a workable deck, right? Prior to this, it was all like playing cards and Italian decks for the most part, Italian and French, and they weren't serviceable to the occult community. So, um, many will slight A. Wyatt because he was a Rosicrucian and very steeped in esoteric Christianity. So they really didn't like him that much, in the occult community. But he's one of my favorites, always has been. The complete grimoire of ceremonial magic, his pictorial guide to the tarot, the deck that he brought forth with that wonderful, beautiful artiste. I think it's a great thing. What a treat. I mean, that we can enjoy it here 100 years later, 115 years later. It's really something, right? Symboletica, as TML would point out. The Machine Lies. If you guys don't know The Machine Lies, get over there and watch him. He might be live right now. I don't know. I just out of nowhere wanted to do some one card readings. You got the original Italian deck. Yeah, it's a good one. I got I don't know how many decks I got. I got a few, right? Um, but this has always been my mainstay, my favorite. I always go back to it. I mean, look at the I just cut to this. Like Daisy was saying a second ago, right? Out of nowhere, just cut to it. Look at the imagery, right? It's powerful. It's really a powerful thing. Shout through the heart, and you're to blame, baby. You give love a bad name. I take my part and I play my game, baby. You give love a bad name. Yeah, thank you for that, guys. I really appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. I'd only planned to go for about an hour. I saw a German deck once and I couldn't make any sense of them. Okay, there's Chinese decks that are really great. In fact, I think that the original tarot is based on the 64 hexagrams of the I Ching, right? But it's an entirely differently encoded system. It's really wonderful. Yeah, you take care of yourself as well. Good magic to you guys. I'll sign off with the adoration of Abraxas, and we'll call it a night, man. Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things visible and invisible, master of both the light and the darkness, he who was, is, and always shall be. We adore thee and we invoke thee. Send us one of your divine spiritual agents, our holy guardian angel, to protect and guide us through the innumerable snares of the earthly sphere, and a cleansing wind to disperse all negativity and endless human opinion. Teach us those secret things which we must know for the completion of the great work and the glory of thine ineffable name. Adonai. So it is commanded and confirmed, so mote it be. Amen. Hail unto thee who art raw in thy rising, even unto thee who art raw in thy strength, who travellest over the heavens at the uprising of the sun. Tahuti standeth in his splendor at the prow, and Rahor abideth at the helm. Hail unto thee from the abodes of the night. Y'all good looking sexy people out in Happy Land, keep on keeping on until next time. Let me give a little shout out to everyone that's been here tonight. Hair on Song, thanks for stopping by. Voy, good to see you, amigo. I certainly appreciate you being here. Daisy Sophia May, blessed be unto thee. Right? We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. We all come from the Godhead, and to him we shall return Yeah, the volume, man, and my bad, man. It is what it is. It's it's the YouTube software, man. Doesn't work for shit. I love y'all good looking sexy people. Dr. D, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody at Al, keep on keeping on. And until next time, keep doing good magic. Bye for now. Let me see. I had one figured out for you guys. It's okay to be a devil. So embrace Jehovah. And if not, go fuck yourself. Peace to everyone. Until next time, bye for now. Blessings.